Alright, hello Intro to Ag students. This is a video to help you keep up to date with your taste test. So you should be on taste test number 3 and 4 done, which would be the results. So that would be a pie chart, and then you've made all of the data for the chi-square. What you need to move into next is the conclusion. The conclusion goes back to taste test form number 1, where you had to select a hypothesis. So there's going to be a lot of questions asking you, was your hypothesis supported or dissupported? If you don't know what your hypothesis is, you have two choices right now in the video. You can continue on and not have any idea what the hypothesis is and just work through the motions, or you can go back to taste test number 1, look at question number 3, and remember which one you chose. Now, on question number 3, there's a blank there because it gave you an opportunity to say, I think that the preference is going to be this, or I think that the preference is going to be this. Please make the choice of not a 15-year-old boy, but a individual that is in a learning mindset to go back and figure out, this was my hypothesis. I really probably don't have to pause in the video. I could just have you guys pause the video, couldn't I? Okay, that's a good point. So we're going to keep moving. So when you go to after you figure out your hypothesis, you go back to taste test the taste test conclusion 1, and you look at the last step. The first question's asking you, what are you going to base your support on? And there's 5 choices, 1 that's just simply ridiculous, and then 3 that are not as good as one of the other ones. 1 just stands out. If you pay any attention to life, you should be able to get it, but if you don't pay attention, what you got to do is ask me questions and I'll help you out. The next thing is question number 2. Question number 2 says, identify the hypothesis was supported or not supported by the raw data. Raw data means just the graph and the numbers. So you would say, if you chose that round would be the most chosen meat. So if taste testers are given round, chuck, and loin, then the round would be the most chosen. If you said that, then you would put it wasn't supported, which doesn't mean you're wrong, it just means you weren't supported. Explain why it was supported or not supported. You would have to tell me. You're on number 3. You're going to have to type in, well, my hypothesis was that the round was going to be the most. Yeah, I was wrong because the round had 0 selections, and 7 of the selections went to this, and 3 of the selections went to the other one. So number 3 is asking whether or not your data got supported or not supported. Number 4 says identify if your hypothesis was supported or not supported using the chi-square analysis. With the chi-square analysis, you gotta look at that sum number. The sum number was what I sent back to you on Wednesday, and that's the number then you have to put into that chart. That chart is the chart that had 0.05, and if it was on the right side or on the left side, it identified whether or not there was significance in your data. That item was located on the chi-square notes. On the chi-square notes, it says 0.05, and then the stuff that is on the right hand side means that there was significant something messing up your taste test, meaning bias or bad cooking. I don't know what it for sure would have been, but if it's not over that magical number of 0.05, then there's no significance and it's just random chance. That 0.05, you also need to line it up with the row, which is the degree of freedom. Looking right now at the chi-square practice with those individuals that did not decide to practice, you need to go back and practice it. So there is another website, there's another practice thing. If you don't remember how to figure out the chi-square, go back to the chi-square practice and you can see, and it walks you through the how to do the chi-square analysis. Recapping what you should do today. Finish the results if you didn't finish that. Then move on to the conclusion. You'll have to go back and figure out what your hypothesis was, look at the raw data from your results to say if it was supported or not, and then go back to understanding chi-square or not. And based on that, none of you guys really did the practice. This should be a really easy day because you act like you should know chi-square, because if you didn't, you would go do the practice one that I submitted, and I can see who does and doesn't do that one. So I'm going to say that you all are going to own this, and good luck.